I want to take a minute to reflect on Debra Kachel's article, School Librarians as the Warriors for Equity. And that's not the exact title, but I am reminded as I read her article of an image that you may have seen. And in that image, there are three kids trying to watch a baseball game over a fence, and none of them can see. And so they're provided with three boxes, and they stand on those three boxes. And because of their individual heights or the way the fence is slanted or the hill it's on, I don't remember exactly, these three boxes that are the same height enable one of them to see clearly. The fence now comes up to the child's waist. One of them can see just barely, like their eyes are over the fence, and one of them is still blind because of the fence in front of them. And that says equality. And then there are three different size boxes provided. And those are designed to accommodate the different heights of the students as well as the slant of the hill or the fence. And when those three boxes are provided, even though they're all different size boxes, it enables all three children to see. And that says equity. And this is a political cartoon. I don't know off the top of my head who created that political cartoon, but I've seen it a few times. And it is definitely the thing that comes to mind when I read what Debra Cashel is saying. We work so hard to provide so many opportunities, not thinking about how those opportunities can impact other students. One of the specific things that she mentions is the bring your own device policy, which my school district has a bring your own device policy. And though there are quite a few students with smartphones, that policy is a prejudicial policy because it discriminates against students who have less access to those things, who are in poverty, who are struggling financially. It puts pressure on parents to provide things like a smartphone or a tablet when they're struggling to put food on a table. And then what happens if the student drops it? Often parents can't replace those kinds of things. So it says, as librarians, we should be the people fighting and advocating for true equity. We want to be able to loan out e readers or tablets. We want to be able to loan out hotspots to students who need them. And I couldn't agree with that more. And I think that the COVID crisis has put a lot of that in sharp perspective for who needs what. Even families that have resources. I know for myself, um, as a teacher, I have a decent income, but I'm also the only income for my family of four plus a dog. And so I can't afford to have multiple tablets and computers. And I need to use my computer as well for my own work. So when it was time for my kids to be able to access the work that they needed and the resources that they needed, we had to borrow a computer from campus. And there are people that are certainly worse off than we are. So it really puts that in sharp perspective. And it also discusses things like LGBTQ students. And this is where it really becomes difficult, I think, in the more conservative South, where there is such a strong push that we not in any way support things like the LGBTQ community. Meanwhile, I have more and more students that are transgender and that are struggling with deep levels of depression because of the opposition that they face in their everyday lives, even in their own homes. And so, for us to be able to provide resources that help them to feel like they are a human being, to get answers to medical questions that other people won't provide them simply because they find their lifestyle immoral, but could cause them great physical harm. This is one of the benefits of being a librarian, that we can be the people that provide these resources, um, and we have this sort of the foundational beliefs to do so. So I'm deeply moved as a father of two adopted black children, as a friend to many LGBTQ people. I'm deeply moved by what it is that our profession stands for, which is a place where people are welcome and cared for, and that we will do what we can to provide the resources for them, to find the information for them, to help them find books where they can see themselves. And so I really like Debra Cashel's article, and I stand with it.